Let us look at the issue of NAMCO. Before we go to the issue of NAMCO, we have seen, and I have asked a lot of analysts and research about this. What is really wrong with Namibia SOEs? Because look at what happened to NIDA just 1 week ago. The CEO is fired. Look at the Namibia Financial Assistance Student Fund. They still have an acting CEO. Look at NIPAM, which is an institution which was supposed to be, providing governance to public sector. There have been a lot of fights there. Look at various institutions. Look at Transnamib, where it is. Air Namibia disappeared. What is really wrong with our SOEs? And just that baseline before we go to the main content.
The happening is a result of connections, that what we call connections.
Yes.
Of normalizing. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Normalizing recruiting in positions.
Yeah.
Maybe I would say
what's really wrong with our SOEs in Namibia?
Yeah, I would say it's a result of putting up comrades in positions because we want to benefit at the end of the day from those companies.
Yeah.
And the companies are no more operating as they are supposed to operate.
Yeah.
We can't really say that's what is happening because we don't have evidences and all that. But allegedly, if one can observe, you would say, according to what is happening, it seems like we are not putting people in positions because they deserve to be there, but we are putting people in positions because we want to have ways of getting access to the funds. And the other one is a normalization of having, so to say, connections. You know the danger of connections, what we call connections, and that's a danger of connections.
Is it not networking? What is the difference between connection and networking?
I would say
yeah.
Networking is when perhaps you say no. I know Mr. David.
Yeah.
Therefore, maybe when Mr. David is having a position at their work, I would throw in my CV, but I have to go through the normal channels. But for me, I feel like connections, it goes beyond that. It goes beyond this, that I know Mr. David, but before, when I throw in my CV, Mr. David is going to talk to a person that he knows someone, who knows someone. And then at the end of the day, when I'm going to get that job, I'll get that job knowing that I'll make a way for Mr. David to get access to some funds that are there or to some resources that are there to make things easy. And then that's why you find yourself in this program. That because of that channel of communication, it's easy for you to get access to resources or to certain things without even following the necessary procedures, because in the whole pipe they are comrades, and things are that's how I feel like things have been done that way.
So you are saying Namibia is like South Africa, there is an issue of cadre deployment instead of those who are qualified.
Exactly. Yeah, although they are qualified, you know, you can have a qualification. But when you enter, the way you are entering a certain position, it's not only because of your qualification, but also because you are put there as a gate to some certain resources, some certain benefits for the people that you there.
So it means that those who got some critical position at SOEs, not all of them, some of them, they are there working for other people. They are there gatekeeping for other people.
They are there for the corporates. And it's happening in Namibia, and it's happening in South Africa. Some of those guys are there. I would... Things can happen the way they are happening if that's not the reason. Just see how things happen. And that's not the only cases. We cannot... That is happening.
Come again.
Okay. This is just cases. Okay, let's say that is what is happening, but it seems like,
Now, Sakaria, let us look at apart from now cadre deployment, and also apart from SOEs being run by gatekeepers, let us look at the issue of NAMCO. And you have the MD. He has been. I've been following what is happening, and he has been, to me, very tough. And also, it was very also difficult for people to point out what he did wrong until recently. What really keep people into power for a long time, even critical bodies like ACC find it very difficult to challenge a person of that caliber. What really keep these people so powerful? You can say a person did something, but you cannot prove it, even in a court of law. What is wrong? Is it the problem with public enterprise government act, or what is really wrong, or there are many loopholes in the system?
Yeah. First of all, I would say many loopholes in the system, because and the other thing again is the governing of comrades. You know, when you talk about comrades, there's something that we call comradeship. Whereby and comrades in politics.
Just stand in one position, eh? Okay.
Like.
Hello.
Hello. Bit?
Yeah.
Okay. No. I would say first of all.
Yeah.
There are loopholes in the system.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah.
But can say there's something that we call comradeship.
Yeah.
Whereby you find the whole system is run by individuals who know each other.
Yeah.
And if there's no any patriotic someone in that system, it's very, very difficult for you to find out what is happening in there, because you find in many, and it's common in African politics, that in many of those systems, individuals are there to cover up each other, and it's difficult for you to figure out what that particular individual did, because from those who are supposed to hold them accountable, to them themselves and everyone that is involved in they are covering up each other. And it's where you come to an extent of asking the power of the judicial system. Most of the people, again, that run that judicial system are working together with some political giants, and then the political giants are working together with those guys that are running the state enterprises. And it's like that. It's like a circle. And for you to enter that circle, you must be patriotic enough, or else that's why you see cases are lost. It's very difficult if you find yourself in that system.
So it means that people are dining together.
They are dining on the same table.
now, because there is this thing to say, when you are fighting corruption will also fight you back. And there is also this thing of the danger of a systemic corruption, because they are saying, if you are fighting corruption, it has happened in Nigeria when there's one brave woman who was fighting corruption. Then by the time you uproot the whole deep root of that corruption, you find out that the investor who was funding the private school that you are sending your kid to is also part of the thing that is involved. And how difficult is uprooting uprooting the system which is corrupt, and how can it be done to save Namibian economy?
I would say it's very difficult, and in many cases you can only do that. Number one, if you are not part of the system. And number two, you must be clean, because like you said, when you are fighting corruption will also fight you. And you must be clean, because if you are not clean and then you fight those guys will also find your dirty work that you have done somewhere, and they will come for you. And number two is that you must be protected, because we have seen it can go to a lot of things. Like when you are fighting them, they will also come up with a lot of stories to say, no, you did this, you two did this, and you must be careful. They can set you up. Even if you are clean, you might find like they can even pay someone to go in your house, and they put in some drunks, and then they will send the police officers, you understand, to come and search, and then they will say, and they'll say, oh, we find these drunks in your house. You are claiming that you agree. So you must be very, very, very careful, and you must be you must. I think you must also have some kind of strong backgrounds to back you up.
Now, because we are seeing even when you are looking when you are looking at South Africa currently, we see the commissioner of KZN, Commissioner Mkwanadzi, who is fighting the minister. And indicating that he's cooperating with criminals, which is also turning upside down, particularly in South African politics. To say now, a small country like Namibia, where we have SOEs which were supposed to deliver, do business on behalf of the government and also serve the people. In this case, how can the governance system of Namibia SOEs being strengthened and also protect the country's resources? Because of, we have seen a lot of money being spent in illegal affairs, and some of this money are being also spent coming from the SOE. So how would that thing to be how can we strengthen that system of governance, particularly with Namibia parastatals and SOEs?
Yes, it's really an unfortunate situation that we are in, having experiencing this. But I would say we should look at our recruitment process. How do we recruit people that are leading those SOEs? SOEs. What is the process there, so that we can make sure that at the end of the day, we avoid people recruiting only comrades, and then if you put up anyone, just a person who is qualified for the position but doesn't have any links that are involved there, I think that would be number one, because majority of the people that are running our enterprises or government enterprises, they are linked to the main political elites, and then that's what make it easy for the political elite to dominate them. Or some of them, they are linked to. But in the newspapers, if you read, these guys, they are just families. Some of them, they are related.
Okay.
So we should avoid such things. And then number two, to hold them accountable. I think we should come up with mechanisms that look at the reports that are passed per year, how the money was spent, who was given what tender, how the tender was given. I think we should come up with those strategies, the checks and balances, to make sure that such things do not happen. Because if you look at these cases, they're starting from 2017, 2021, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But where were the reports? How are we holding these guys accountable? How are we making sure that the process or whatever is happening, the procurement processes, they are legal? Because if there are checks and balances in place, I think for me it will be easy for us to get these guys easily.
Now, ACC is moving its muscle. A lot of in the past 2 months, a lot of criticism was being presented. We've seen the minister of Eben. We have seen people are coming to public criticizing ACC. Some are saying the Director General must go. That is their opinion. But do you think if ACC is capacitated, can do its job? Because we have seen what it has done, and do you think it can do more than that?
Yeah. I think it should do, or it can do more than that, but I would say objectively, ACC must do more than what they are doing. It's not enough. Looking at the work that they've done so far, but I think for the sake of operation and administration, I think the ACC general need to step down, and then we have a new person who will give us another perspective. He has done his work. It's not really a matter of criticizing a person or what a person has done, but it's a matter of moving forward with an institution that was supposed to hold people accountable and to make sure that corruption cases have come down in the country. I think I will support those that are saying the men should step down. And it's such, remember, it's such institutions. You don't need people that will stay for a long period of time, because the more you stay for a long period of time at a certain position, the more you become knowing people here and there, and the more it's easy for you to fall for temptations of becoming corrupt and covering up for people and all that. And this thing of resources being spent on these enterprises, instead of those resources to be channeled into critical issues like education, like health, and all that. And I'm saying this regarding the report of today that I think of yesterday, that NAMCO Now they want a bailout of about 700 million or 800 million. It's too much. Instead, that money could be spent on education, on creating employment and all those kind of things. Building maybe schools so that we can employ these unemployed teachers that we are seeing in the streets.
Yeah. Now let us look at the broader scale, because Namibia now, as we are speaking, is downgraded by World Bank to lower middle income country based on its economic performance. But still, we are the second highest unequal country in terms of economic distribution. Let us look at some of the salary scale, particularly when you look at somebody being paid, is an executive paid 180,000 per month, which is equivalent to maybe salaries of 30 people or even 40 people. And now, do you think there is some way that we are not doing right, especially in terms of our governance act, in terms of fighting this inequality? I do not have a problem with a person being paid that amount of money, but comparing to the structure where we are in terms of inequality, do you think something is not right? Especially we find SOEs who are even, leaders of SOEs are paid more than the president of the country.
Yeah, I think that's a problem that we are facing. The inequality is caused because of that Namibia is a small country, David. But the way we are dividing we are sharing our resources, it's really unfair or unequal. And imagine a person getting that amount, and maybe from that amount there are also some benefits on top of that. But there's someone who even a month can pass. That person doesn't even get up to 300 or even just 100. People are. So I think I personally agree with you that it's unfair that people are getting such amount of money. And now the question is, what type of job that they are doing right? What type of job that they are doing that is even maybe moving the country forward? Because at the end of the day, the people that we pay much are the people that are putting us down, because the money that we are paying them, it was supposed to be channeled on those development programs, but we are now paying this individual.
Yes. Now,
not.
Now, looking forward to avoid such things, because we are always not happy when you are reporting about negative events happens, because we are always trying to look at issues of bread and butter and how these are impacting our development. Looking forward, just as an analyst, what do you think can be done? Because I've been asking these questions to say, in terms of not only about corruption, but our late president, may he so rest in peace, Dr. Genkob, used to say, system, process, and institution. When you have a strong system, you have a strong institution, you have a process which is connecting institution and this system, then you have good governance. Now, how are we going to reach that level, and also at least find our country at an advanced stage? Because looking at what is happening now, we have a new administration in power, and water is not ending. Cases are still coming up, obstacles are still coming up. But how can we make sure that system, process, and institutions are strengthened, and also are in place to make sure that we look at our advancement of the country?
I would say, when we say a system, we are talking about an artifact here. It's people who design the system. It's people who work within the system. And it's people who can change the system. So I think it's up to us as Namibians to make sure that. But the problem number one that we have, David, is that we have laws, we have policies, we have rules and regulations that we don't follow. Number one, we should develop a culture of what the law says, what the policy says. Instead of just us, because we are friends in the office, against my friend is violating the rules or the regulations of the office, but I'm just quiet because he's my friend, or my boss is violating the rules. And then this goes to young people. When we enter those offices, or when young people enter those offices, sometimes you can see a person is a lawyer. But they see that their bosses are violating the rules in that office, or the boss of that office. But because you are to lose the job, which sometimes is necessary because we don't unemployment rate high in Namibia, but people are quiet. There are people in those offices that can tell know that people are violating them. Because if things are being done the way they are supposed to be done, I don't know if we are going to have these problems. These problems are coming up because we have laws in position, but we are not following the laws. We are not doing things procedural as they are supposed to be. That's number one. But number two, if there are where there are loopholes, it's hard time that we come up with in laws that will make sure that those loopholes are taken care of, or they are out process. I think laws can be made. A system is just an artifact. We can come up with solutions to problems. Some of these problems are created